Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today I'm going to be doing a little what if video. Today's what if is going to be about what if Godzilla was in RWBY. Now, before we can completely begin this topic of what if Godzilla was in RWBY, we need to go over some certain elements here. Like, for example, which Godzilla could be on Remnant? Will it be like Monster vs. Godzilla, -1 Godzilla, Godzilla Earth, or just anything in general, or any of the other classic Godzillas? But for this scenario, we're going to be using the Monster vs. Godzilla. The main reason why him out of all the other Godzillas is because Monster vs. Godzilla is practically the oldest Godzilla out of the entire Godzilla universe. He's practically over 250, not 50, yeah, hold on. Okay, so Godzilla in the Monsterverse is over 252 million years old. Which basically makes him the oldest Godzilla out of the entire Godzilla, out of all the incarnations of Godzilla. Even older than Godzilla Earth. Or probably, I don't really know how old Godzilla Earth really is. He could be older than Legendary, or he could not be older. But anyways, so how would Legendary Godzilla's older than Godzilla Earth. He's just over 20,000. Godzilla Earth is only 20,000 years old, and yeah. So how could Legendary Godzilla and possibly the other Monsterverse kaiju exist in this universe? We can say in this alternative universe that Remnant has existed for a long time. The gods of light and darkness came to try to create their own life. However, they didn't realize that this planet was already teeming with life, with only the strongest of alphas to rule. And the strongest out of them all was the Godzilla species. And we can even continue saying that the Godzillas didn't really trust the god of light and darkness, aka the brothers. And the fact that Godzilla's species is Godzilla and the other kaiju are practically older than the god of light and darkness, we can kind of say they can be somewhat of the real gods of Remnant. And we can even go as far as saying that the god of light and darkness could be disrupting the balance of nature by creating the creatures of Grimm. The more the gods create, the more the god of light and darkness creates, the more they disrupt the balance. And if anything that we know about the Monsterverse Godzilla and his species, they keep the balance in nature, and they do not tolerate anyone disrupting the balance. Now the question is, could Godzilla put up a fight against the god of light and darkness? since we've seen Godzilla fought like literally all the Greek gods in like the comic book, I forgot the name, but there was a comic book where Godzilla fought all of the gods and won. So we can even say that not even the god of light and darkness are no match for the king of monsters. We can even go as far as saying that basically the god of light and darkness will have to basically submit to Godzilla as the one true ruler of remnants. However, once when Ghidorah arrived and the Great Titan War between the Godzillas and the Kongs and the death of Dagon, it drove Godzilla into hibernation, and we can even say that the god of light and darkness took that as the advantage they've been looking for, and started to create their own life, having mankind to forget about the kaiju and to make them think that the god of light and darkness are the only real gods of remnant. However, the real gods were just hibernating. And we can even say that when the events of RWBY Volume 1, or Volume 2 or 3, I don't know which one it was, that the giant Leviathan Grimm shows up, but I think it's 3. Like, the wyvern. But yeah, when that shows up, that is what wakes up Godzilla. He goes to fight the giant wyvern. And we can even say that in this alternative universe, Pura does not die. Now the question will remain about one simple topic, and that is will Salem, the main antagonist of RWBY, will she view Godzilla as a potential threat? And can Godzilla truly kill Salem? For the sake of the scenario, and once again we saw that Godzilla is capable of fighting the gods and like the comic books and the gods of light, in the gods in that comic book, they were practically immortal, and Godzilla just flat out killed them. So I don't think that Salem would be no match for Godzilla. I think Salem will view Godzilla as a potential threat. So I can definitely see a scenario where Salem is trying to get rid of Godzilla, because as long as Godzilla's around, her plans of destroying the world are doomed. And Godzilla realizes, and we can even say that Godzilla realizes that Remnant has been thrown into chaos, and he realized that trusting the God of Light and Darkness was a big mistake, and he realizes that they're no longer on the planet. But he does sense a very powerful being, and that being is Salem. Godzilla will most likely try to go after Salem. I think Salem would change her plans from getting the relics to killing Godzilla. Because, we can even say that she found out that Godzilla is actually capable of killing immortal beings, because he was managed to injure the God of Light and Darkness. We can say that she found cave paintings that showed this, and she realizes that Godzilla is, in fact, capable of killing immortal beings. So the fact that she's immortal makes her a target. Now the question will remain is, will our heroes view Godzilla as a threat or as a ally? After seeing that Godzilla is practically after the Grimm and Salem, I could see a scenario where Team RWBY decides to to basically declare Godzilla as their ally. And instead of our heroes failing a lot, it would be Salem who would be failing. Because, we saw how Godzilla is capable of evolving in Godzilla King of Monsters. He had the Just 14 look, and he changed that to the 2019 look. And then he had that to the 2024 look. So we can say that the more powerful and more stronger Godzilla becomes, the bigger of a threat he becomes to Salem. And at this point, Salem will be trying to awaken all the potential enemy kaiju who are a threat to Godzilla. And I think it wouldn't take Ozpin very long to realize that Salem is trying to get rid of Godzilla. And after realizing that Godzilla is in fact capable of killing immortal beings, I think Ozpin will see Godzilla as humanity's best chance for survival, humanity's only real hope. Godzilla is humanity's only real hope. So Ozpin will tell Team RWBY the flat-out truth, and the fact that they now know that Godzilla is in fact capable of killing immortal beings, they actually have a chance at killing Salem and taking the fight to her. However, they gotta do their best to not disrupt the balance of nature, because if they do, that would upset Godzilla. After realizing that Godzilla cares about the planet, and if anyone upsets the balance, that they will face Godzilla's wrath. So instead of going to Alice, I could see Ozpin instructing Team RWBY to take the fight to Salem. And we can even say that Salem uses all the kaiju that she can awaken. Shiramiro, Muto, male and female Muto, Muto Prime, and King Ghidorah, and make King Mechagodzilla, and now Scar King. And we can even say that all the other kaiju start waking up, and yeah. So in that way, if Godzilla was in RWBY, I think Team RWBY would actually be winning the battle. No, they would be winning the war against Salem. So, tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Salem will view Godzilla as a threat? Or what? And tell me in the comments below, what do you think, what would happen if Godzilla was in Remnant? And which incarnation will you use for your little what if Godzilla was in RWBY? Tell me in the comments below. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.